It's Tuesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I never do this alone. I have the ladies with me. Hi, ladies.
Hi. Mariah.
YK into building.
Yo. Good morning.
How was your weekend?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My weekend, uneventful. I sat at home. I went to vote. But I didn't have people.
I lashes. I thought I was saying that lashes.
How
She did not vote.
YK, you're part of the problem.
I didn't have PVC. I tried to get PVC.
Mo didn't vote as well.
At least I have a PVC.
If me had PVC,
This one is not patriotic.
No, I actually planned on voting. My issue was that I left my car in the office. Because I went out with you on Friday. I left my car on Friday. Yes.
Is that the way?
So that's what happened.
You have a press sticker on your car.
They won't have pass, trust me. You have to have a special ID card. They wouldn't let you. That was then. That was back in those days. Now there's a special ID card for you to pass. You have to have that. Anyway, let me come to you, madam. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm feeling very guilty.
What's guiltifying you?
I had not been to my parents' place since a month now, and yesterday, because of the show we had on, was it Friday also, on parents, and I felt very bad. I drove all the way down and I met them. You know, my people, they're old. I felt very bad. I felt like a bad child. I've not had a bit of sleep. I saw them.
You didn't go empty-handed, child?
I didn't go empty-handed, but it wasn't what I just couldn't sleep. I just felt so guilty. I thought all the way till this morning.
Advice? Your parents, at least once a week, make it a point of duty to see them. Because you are lucky you have parents. Some of us don't have. So I know that if my parents were alive, I would make it a point of duty.
I do Sundays.
At least once a week.
I do Sundays. Every Sunday we try.
I wish it was
some Sundays
really
we don't make
convenient.
it, but at least many Sundays we go to
So this is
cinema.
why we have to beg.
Our parents don't live here.
I will have to beg the
We
new.
fly every time to see them.
Where do your parents live?
Okay, my dad lives in US, but my mom lives here, which I see her regularly. I see her on Sunday.
So I would like to beg whoever is in charge of the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. That's Yanoba Sport. It would cost me 15 minutes from my house if it was good. But I have to go and turn for 2 hours, 3 hours. It's no longer convenient to see them per week. So whoever is in charge, so that I will not start to curse you in the night with this guilt that I felt last night till daybreak.
You know what?
Start to do.
You've been on this thing for like over a year,
Ever.
about 2 years now.
Ever.
And always
Did I
complain
see
about
that
the same road.
Yeah.
It's really
I
crazy.
believe
So
it's like 5 years
Yes, 6
since
years.
you've been on the show.
yeah,
Yes.
she's always complaining
We
about
always
that
talked
road.
about the roads.
Anyway, how are you doing, Kike?
I'm well. I'm good. Yesterday, I just realized that I had an assignment to submit. I actually thought that I'm on break because after submitting one module, it'll give you like 2 weeks
days.
break. Unknown to me that the assignment that we're given, the questions are too, like pregnant numbers, pregnant questions. So one of my classmates just called me, Kike, I know you've submitted your assignment, the 2, and she was just talking about the second. I was like, whoa, what do you mean? I just told Mo that I just finished my assignment. If not, I've just had an F on that course.
Have you gone back to school?
Of course, I'm writing my second master's, my MBA in South
I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I'm like lost.
Oh, okay. I think I talk about it regularly on the show.
Your appearance on the show.
It sounds
And come a bit more often. Maybe you wouldn't be totally oblivious to what she's talking about.
I'm getting old.
YK,
I
this
have
whole
to
thing.
rest.
Mikey, stop saying this. You have to rest. We agree with you. But not on the show. We need you on the show.
4 a.m.
You
see
know
that
you're not
4
the
a.m.?
regular grandmother.
No.
You're not the regular.
Forget about whether I'm regular or not.
She's
The
talking about-
age is regular.
You have power, YK. Look at you. You're fitter than I am. Hey.
Okay, let me give you an advice.
Okay.
Stop wearing heels.
That
Stop
will make
spending
me-
time. No, it will make you stronger.
That will make me not want
Because
to
you're
wake
wearing
up at 4 a.m.
heels. Because you're wearing heels.
that will make me
it makes
want to
you
wake up at
tired
4.
and you sleep through
No, I
4 a.m. I'm telling you how the truth.
Am I wearing heels 24 hours a day?
Exactly. It's always on the show.
No. So I don't even know what you're saying.
Nay.
That one did.
Okay, all right, we gotta go on a break.
Because like next week now, my partner is going to be 60, so I have to take a break.
Wow. Are we doing a party?
They've not
course,
called
we're
us.
having a
Three is a crowd.
Small
Why
one.
you didn't invite us?
Three is a crowd.
No, give me time. I said next week, not this weekend.
Next week. We get
Next week, Saturday.
YK, these invites come like January. You don't give this invite a week
We
before.
just decided on Saturday during election matter that okay, we'll have a small get together.
Okay,
You
this
will
is
be 60?
He will be 60.
this is a gele time party.
No. It's just breakfast.
Yeah, I'm not coming to you to come and trust her.
I didn't know YK is this Oyibo issue.
Please do Amala for us again if you want us to.
Breakfast.
Now, 60, you not even see me. and we miss from Nigeria.
Wait, oh, sorry, excuse me. Hello, newsflash, Africanist woman. We celebrate 60 in this country.
Yes, sir.
Because when you want to do American and foreign, you know when. Now,
Everywhere
this one
in the
is
world.
culture. No.
Everywhere in the world,
60.
we celebrate 60.
So 60.
We celebrate 60.
Eh.
But out of Nigeria, somewhere very remote, that just maybe 6 people.
When we get to that bridge, of course, I'm talking about your partner's zone, which is next week. Hello, what time, Gele YK?
Happy birthday
You got
in
it high.
advance,
Gele call. Hijab ni.
Whatever.
Certainly, hijab is going to be at this party.
Okay,
so
anyways.
Except I'm not coming.
So for those of you that don't know, we've extended the time for your view. It's going to be 90 minutes today. Please, let's see how it goes. It's going to be difficult because even Wake Up Nigeria started theirs yesterday, 6 a.m. In fact, they've been crying, but they'll be all right. But I think they're doing well.
Can you imagine if I was on that show?
6
I'll have
a.m.
to resign.
No,
Because
but
if
see-
I'm waking up at 4 now, I'm waking up at 3.
But you know, we're not used to that timeline in this part of the world. But all over the world, most breakfast shows start at 6 a.m. So there's obviously a gap there, and we realized that we need to fill in that gap.
Africanist woman,
I have
parts
never.
of the world, here, we don't wake up at 6 to go to TV. Come on, nobody's even awake to watch
Let me tell you what happened, YK. Everybody tunes in at 6
YK, what
a.m.
does that mean?
Everybody tunes in at 6 a.m. to watch religious programs. A lot of that they've taken that space for many years. But the truth is that many people actually do wake up at 6 a.m. to watch TV. So we're taking in that
I
space.
thought they were getting ready to enter the traffic
Anyways, let's go
at
on a
6
break.
a.m.
When we come back, it's Tuesday. It's not just in deal.
Don't mind that.
We need to serious because they are fighting each other in different states. So, and we still don't have results in certain states. So there's serious matters to be discussed. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll go through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Right, we'll start with the punch. In fact, PDP alleges fraud as INEC declares 6 states governorship poll inconclusive. Ogun elections, woman killed in crossfire as hoodlums security agents clash. Ethiopian airline recovers black box, suspends operations of the Boeing 737 MAX 8. We notice vote buying, violence, and militarization, says foreign observers. I'll build mutual working relationship with the 9th National Assembly. 16 killed in fresh Kaduna attacks. CCT defers ruling on Onogen's objections indefinitely, orders day-to-day trial. INEC omits Okorocha's name from senators-elect list. And UTME jam bans ATM cards, watches, key holders. In fact, all the stories we read are in Punch. So let's just pick one or two because there are other papers. Let's start with the...
start with the Ogun, the woman that was killed in Ogun State.
Crossfire, yeah.
Yeah, and she'd gone to go and get food for her family, and the Lemon and Luku groups were fighting. And according to an eyewitness,
right,
the police saw the Okada coming and said, stop, stop, stop. And that one got scared and turned around. They fired the shot to stop him, and she got hit and died. The Okada dropped her and moved quickly.
Right, the real question we're not asking is how did so much ammunition get out there? Remember when the Controller General for Customs kept intercepting these trucks? We're wondering how many of those trucks would have passed without being detected by the customs. So you can, now that the elections are here, we can see the amount of ammunition that is available for citizens. It's really, really sad.
But this was actually supposed to be the police, according to the eyewitness.
Yeah.
The police now say, no, it's not. It wasn't them. They were not there. Right. It was the crossfire between the two gangs.
Let's take one more story. Who read the GTM? Ethiopian Airline. Go ahead, please.
So the Ethiopian Airline said yesterday that after the tremendous search for the black box, that the rescue team and the investigative team were able to find the black box yesterday, and they realized that the challenge or the problem might be from the black box that they just found. And
well, so the story also saying that because the black box actually contains all the information.
All the information.
So they're going to begin investigation to know exactly what caused the crash. Now, other countries, China, Indonesia, and others have also totally banned and put a grounded all their Boeing 737 MAX 8. In fact, our own Nigerian airpiece said that they only ordered
it and they've not received it, you know, and we are hoping that maybe government can come in now and try to put a stop to it.
How is government going to come in? How does that concern government?
We just have to beg our, is it FAA?
Airpiece.
No,
the fan, yes.
Our own
FAA.
But SCOM, help us go and investigate all the airlines. Which one is using 737 way?
No, it's a new model. I mean, many countries have got because
does that mean that we can't use it?
But Airpiece said they're the only ones I think so far said that they ordered, but they have not in receipt of it. Yes, admitted. True.
So the explanation for this cannot be a coincidence. We've had too many crashes from this particular model.
2 crashes recorded so far.
Two don't pass coincidence. From this particular model, our FAA can come into it like other countries and ban the use of that airline for our people here. What it will do for, what's this called, airpiece in their contract, whatever contract they've signed, is that it creates a frustration for which they can go to court and recover the monies if they've advanced monies for this plane.
What Airpiece is saying is that it's too soon to begin to say we're going to stop the order or want to ban because they're not investigated to know exactly what caused the crash. There have been 2 crashes. There needs to be an investigation to ensure that it's the same. We're not arguing here. We're talking one at a time. One second, Kike. Go ahead, Waike.
I wanted to ask you, if you are going to fly anytime soon, are you
going
going
on
to
Thursday.
hear that you are entering a 737? What will you do?
I've been praying.
Trust that you go to
Since yesterday, I'm going to Abuja on Thursday. I'm saying, Father, Lord Almighty, please, go long. Go there, I'll come back.
At the end of the
Lord of
day,
Jesus.
we're able to extend their condolences and their sympathy to the families of the 149 passengers that were on board, and as well as the 9 crew members that passed on with them, and
our own dear piles, and
hoping that made them so rest in perfect peace.
Very, very, very sad story.
Very sad.
Okay, let's move on to New Telegraph. Deadlock in Kano, Adamawa, Benue, Bauchi, Sokoto play 2. As Tambal says to INEC, declare me winner. Autumn says, I'm not perturbed. Ihidioha wins Imo. El Rufai, Okowa, Masari, Ayade, others win in their states. REC orders arrest of INEC officers for doctoring results. Nigerian passenger dies on Delta Airline, Atlanta to Lagos. I'm excited over the outcome of elections, says Buhari. Teenager jailed 6 years for stealing 3 female pants. INEC excludes Okorocha from senator-elect's list. Let's talk about this teenager first, because I don't understand how a teenager gets 6 years for this offense.
This 19-year-old boy carried out a break-in into a house, stole from the young lady's bath 3 underpants and a technophone of 6,000 for which he was docked. So whether or not it is just pants, he stole a phone as well, and it was a breaking in. So there are different charges for which he was.
How does a kid get this kind of sentence?
He's not a kid, he's 19, he's an adult.
For me, he's a kid. How does a kid get this kind of sentencing when you have politicians stealing billions and we're still in court? That's the question.
Unfortunately, did not look at the office. It's a crime he committed.
He's above the age.
Above 18.
I mean, of course we know that. I mean, 18. Yeah, I'm just saying, but he's still a kid.
Sad. It's just sad.
Anyway, let's pick another story.
I wanted to pick
the passenger that died.
The passenger of Delta
Airline.
Yeah, so a 55-year-old Nigerian just, was found unresponsive on the Delta Airline when they landed in Nigeria here at the Multilated airport.
3 minutes to landing at her. I was told when she passed on.
And then the person passed on like that, but the name was not disclosed. On the elections, can we go?
We'll take elections in another paper. Let's move on to Vanguard. PDP, APC row over Sokoto, Adamawa, and South states. APC brooms has swept Kwara clean of hegemony. Politics, says Lai Mohammed. Polls. We were denied access to coalition center, says EU Observer Group. Buhari excited over conduct of elections, says Nigerians voted according to conscience. My plans for Ogun, says governor-elect. And let's say crash. Data voice recorders recovered. China, Indonesia, Ethiopia to ground their Boeing 737 MAX 8. And one more story. Tension grips rivers as INEC speaks today. All right, should we do the politics yet? Let's start with the politics.
Okay,
might as well.
So some states have had their elections declared inconclusive, but Kano has not finished collating results. Of the 44 local governments, 43 have been collated, and PDP is leading clearly in that state.
What's in Kano?
In Kano, yes. So PDP is leading clearly with over 16,000 votes.
Really? I thought it was...
They have just one more local government to collate results at.
Are you sure it's Kano you're talking about? Because I saw a paper that said that it was 23.
Kano, no.
And, okay, go ahead.
I have it here.
Right, go ahead.
So he's leading with over 60,080 votes.
Okay.
And at the 44 local governments, 43 have been declared. Local government area 43 has already been declared and is already leading. Okay. So, but in other states where you have inconclusive elections, states like
Rivers?
Rivers, because of the crisis, they cancelled totally, and they've not given a new date for a new election. For states, other states, Bauchi and Co, and Plateau, we have the difference between cancelled votes exceeding the number of votes, the number of votes difference they have between the two contending parties.
For me, guys, is that in Kwara State, we got the results, and Senator Saraki accepted the results, and he moved on.
Yeah.
In which other state gave us a surprise? Oyo.
Yes.
We saw the numbers. Those who lost accepted and moved on.
Those are clear.
Why is it so difficult for them to accept results in Rivers, Bauchi, Adamawa, and other states? Why?
Rivers, I don't even think they had an election. They didn't even have an election. Rivers now is hands up and pass. Hands up and pass. There's no peace already in Rivers. So Rivers is a separate case on its own. Other states that we have, we think INEC should quickly dust off their...
In this case, I will just talk about the witch that cried in the night.
Okay, let's
take
one story.
I think the witch was singing.
Let's take one story in Daily Sun.
Cried. I didn't say sing.
Let's take one story in Daily Sun. Buhari saying that I look forward to working with the a good relationship with National, which is great.
So hopefully, you know
because they have a majority this time around.
The past House of National Assembly wasn't so good because of all the politics that happened upon the appointments of the chamber heads, which is the Speaker and President. But this
one, interesting thing I've observed is that with the way the elections are going, before, because of the second election, the people were just trying to manage relationships. Right now, Buhari has entered. All these people are thinking that is by sucking up to the president, they will get any nod. It doesn't look like it, because if you lost your state, you lost your state. Buhari is not going to come to your rescue. Yes. From what I'm seeing, no.
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Not entering their matter right now. So, any can look for their own sake. God you help you.
And Okorocha,
God you help you. His name was...
In fact, by the time Okorocha, the APC candidate and the Okorocha candidates...
He was removed from the Senate, the list.
Who entered?
I took him off.
You know that the record said he declared him winner of that senatorial district under duress. Yes. And ANEC had said, if you do any such thing, such results will be cancelled. So they had advised the man to go ahead and say, declare, just save your life, and we'll deal with it from here.
All right.
So ANEC
that's what we can take on front page review. When we come back, Justice for Hannah. That's our discussion today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So recently, the story of a young girl who was raped by her landlord's son and later allegedly mutilated by a police officer who was supposed to protect her. That story went viral. Everyone was talking about it on various platforms on social media. There was even a hashtag Justice for Hannah. Now, our TVC News health correspondent has been trailing that story and has this report compiled. Watch this.
What could possibly be sexually enticing about a 5-year-old girl that would make a full-grown man want to defile her sexually? That big question is the reason why the parents of this minor, defiled at the age of 5, want justice. She was left with the landlady in August last year by her mom for about an hour as she quickly dashed out to get something done. But before she got back, her little girl was allegedly violated by the landlady's 23-year-old son, as the minor tells me in her own small voice.
I wanted to give her a bath, and she started shouting, that she was having some pepperish pain in her private part. When I looked underneath, I saw she had been violated. She told me to keep quiet, that Brother Sukomi said if she tells anyone, he would kill her.
The landlady allegedly said her son was innocent and that the little child was lying. That made the mother contact her stepfather immediately, and the case was lodged at Ikotun police station. They began going back and forth the station, with the police allegedly telling them to drop the case since they are poor.
And the woman tell me that he will let police to chop all my business money, finish, that I will not see money to come up for that house. And it's true. Every day police will call me, I should come to station. And I will go to station. If I go to station, say, this woman, now help me take him and detain him here. If you detain him, they will bring the boy. Police will tell me, say, no. The woman will say that I have a person that he will cover him from anywhere, that nothing I can do.
The suspect, Sukomi Akinsheson, allegedly absconded since August last year and was only found last week. On his arrest, the police said the case would have to be transferred to Zone 2 Division, Onikon, Lagos, when the parents of the little girl were already hoping now that the suspect has been found, the case will go to court. At Zone 2 Division, a police officer who is not a medical officer allegedly examined the child's vagina with hand gloves and said there was nothing wrong with her, and the suspect was allegedly freed. When I reached out to the police officer in question to get her side to the allegation against her, she said she was too busy to respond. I did the same thing the following day and got no response. The stepfather of the minor, who was allegedly beaten by the landlady's children for daring to seek justice, is calling for help.
Because they have money more than me, they feel like I can cover this case and I need lawyers to help me, and they should help me fight for my case because of my daughter. Because these people, they're ready to kill me.
Lagos State Ministry of Justice and the Ministry for Youth and Social Development have promised to look into the case. Jacqueline Ogo, TVC News, Lagos.
Now, this is obviously not something that we're very happy about. We have the father or the stepfather of the victim, Mr. Babatunde Ahmed, and the mother of the victim, Victoria Ahmed. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
It's a difficult conversation to have. You can call us on 070-806-68014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. Now, the little girl is in the studio, but we obviously can't show her face. But I think now we also have a language barrier because the mother can't speak English. The stepfather is able to speak a bit of Pidgin. So I'm going to try to hand over to Nima to start the conversation, and we can take it from there. Yes, Nima, go ahead, please.
Okay. Sorry about what happened. But as he did now, at this stage now, waiting Lagos State government, the Ministry of Social Welfare and Ministry of Justice don't do for the matter right now. Before
I even go that far, I even want to know exactly, start from the mother. Okay, what happened, how the entire situation that made this girl vulnerable to the point where she was seen. We'll not come to what the justice, because obviously we know where it's not yet in court. We're trying to get them to get to court. But let us start from the beginning. What happened on that fateful day?
Ẹ ṣàlàyé gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan. Ọjọ́ yẹn gbolẹ̀ lọ tẹ́ gbọ́mọ fún wọn.
Mi gbọ́mọ fún wọn, mo jáde láàárọ̀ yìí.
Gbolẹ̀ fọmọ sí.
Mo mọ́mọ́ mi lọ, ìyá lálọ́dún ní kí n fílẹ̀ ṣe bóun wà nílé. Mo ní mi ilé fọmọ mi kalẹ̀ ẹja máa mú lọ ní àṣebóòjò ń rọ̀ kóun bá mi mú dání pé erókùn mi ní pé mo ṣe mú kalẹ̀ ní mo dé jáde nìkan bíi 7 àárọ̀. Mo dé wọlé kó ibi tí mo lọ jìnnà rá second street náà mo lọ. Mo dé wọlé ní 8 o'clock àárọ̀ yẹn náà mo wọlé. Ọmọ sọ ẹni tí fún mi, mo dé ti wẹ ọmọ kí tó lọ. Bó ṣe di àárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì ní mo ṣe fẹ́ wẹ ọmọ nìyẹn. Mo ti bomi bọ́tà mo ń wẹ ọmọ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Bó ṣe ń kígbe abẹ́ ń ta nìyẹn, kí ló ṣe é lábẹ́? Kò ṣáà sọ ẹni tí mo ṣe mu wọnú yàrá nìyẹn, mo bá ṣí gbogbo abẹ́. Wá ní kí ló ṣe é? Ó ní ṣe mí nínà. Ó ní kí n má sọ. Mo ní kí ni kí n má sọ. Kí ló wà gbogbo abẹ́ ti bó, gbogbo ẹ ti ya. Kí ló dé? Ó ní bọ̀dá Súnkànmí ni. Kí ni bọ̀dá Súnkànmí ṣe fún ẹ? Ó ní ìgbà tèmi jáde. Ó wá rán àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ ń ṣẹ́ Pété àti àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀. Ó rán wọn ṣẹ́ ó ní kò nìkan dúró. Kí ló ṣe fún ẹ? Ó ní ó yọ nǹkan ní ṣòkòtò ẹ̀ ni ó wá ń fi sídìí o. Wọ́n ní tóun bá sọ pé òun máa pa òun ni lòun ò fi sọ fún mi látàná kó má bàa pa òun. Mo ní bí mo ṣe àṣe ké bọ́ta yẹn ìgbà tèmi ò rí irun kan bẹ́ẹ̀ rí máa gbọ́n nínú rédíò ni bí mo ṣe ń sunkún lọ nìyẹn fẹ́ lọ bá màmá yẹn bí tí màmá yẹn ti ń tajà pé màmá ọmọ tí mo fi sìn lánàá lé ṣé pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣe lélẹ̀ àwọn ará àdúgbò wa pè pé ìyá àná kí ló dé tẹ fi ń sunkún ẹ̀ tẹ wàá nú oyún ẹ̀ tó bá wàá nú oyún ò kí ń sunkún kí ló dé bí mo ṣe tọ́ mọ́ ẹ̀ pé nǹkan báyìí máa níyàn wá ní kí súnkàn mi náà ṣé àná wá jẹ́ àgbàlagbà ni báwọn ará èèyàn ti lọ pé màmá ẹ̀ wá ní ẹ̀ pé kó àwọn nǹkan tí ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣe òun.
Okay.
All right. So before now tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ni ìwà ti landlord.
Speak English so that Nima will translate so that our viewers can also understand what you're saying.
Let's ask her what is the relationship between herself and the landlord before this happened.
Wọ́n ní báwo lẹ ṣe ń gbé tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀yin àti ìyá landlady yẹn ṣe rẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ní báyìí lẹ ṣe ń tọ́jú ọmọ sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ mi kí n gbọ́ ọmọ sọ́dọ̀ àti tí bá wà nù ilé.
téèyàn tẹ̀lé jẹ́rìí ni wọ́n ní tẹ́lẹ̀.
Tí bá wà nù ilé àjọ máa ń ṣeré ni. Tí bá dé jáde mi kí n fọmọ mi tí wọ́n àjọ máa ń lọ ni. Ṣùgbọ́n ọjọ́ yẹn òjò ń rọ̀ wá ní kí fílẹ̀ mo ní màmá ẹ jẹ́ máa mú lọ. Wọ́n ní kí fílẹ̀ pé òjò ń rọ̀ pé ṣé mi mọ̀ pé òtútù máa mú.
Obviously out of care. Now this Sukomi person, the person that initially they said he had absconded. For whatever reason, he's been found. What has been happening? Are they still living in the same house with him? Is he still within the premises, or has she relocated or something since this thing happened?
Let me check the
Stepfather.
You still did the house where...
They still come still there for house.
Do they live for that house? You still live the house?
I'm still there, but now I'm not living there again. But my load is still there because I don't have money to back out. But I'm not staying there again.
Okay, so
my load is there.
Wait, I need them to ask the question. Is she still, is the little girl still in that house?
Ẹ gbọ́, ẹ̀yin àti ìyàwó yín àtọmọ yín, ẹrù yín lè wà ńbẹ̀ ibo lẹ́yìn sùn báyìí. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ ṣì ń gbé ni?
Because ni a ò gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹrù wá wà ńbẹ̀ because mi ti wo gba ilé mi dẹ̀ lè pàkẹ́ o because yáyìn ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé màá ta property mi kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mi dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí plan yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀.
Okay, Nima, we gathered that the landlord's children beat the stepfather.
Yes.
We are not sure, maybe she too was beaten. But now that they are no longer in the house, in the video, the stepfather expressed that he's broke now because they are running for safety and all of that. So the question is, how is he coping at the moment, and how does he feel being beaten by the landlord?
Let me add to that. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gọ́gọ́ lọ́jọ́ tí wọ́n nà yín yẹn? Àti pé báwo lẹ ṣe nísìn tẹ́ẹ̀sì bẹ́ẹ̀ báwo lẹ ṣe ń kó pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀?
Gbogbo àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ mo wà ńbẹ̀.
Báwo lẹ ṣe tọ́jú ara yín lọ́jọ́ ibi tí yẹn?
Ìgbà tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ mo wà ńbẹ̀. Ìyàwó mi gbà yẹn tí ìyá yẹn tẹ́tì wá pé ó máa pa wá máa mọ̀ ni ọmọ yẹn náà máa pè lórí fún wa máa tún wáyàn sí mi ládùúgbò. Wọ́n á ní kí ìyàwó mi àti ọmọ mi kan kúrò nílé kan lọ sí. Wọ́n á ní kí ìyàwó mi àti ọmọ mi kan kúrò nílé kan lọ sí kan travel because of wàhálà yẹn ó ti pọ̀ jù. Ìgbà mi dẹ̀ tí ó gba ilé mi dẹ̀ tí mo lọ máa ń ra mi sí mi tí ibi kan gbà máa ń ra mi sí. Wọ́n á ní kí wọ́n máa sunlé ìgbà mi ẹ̀kọ́ kan máa kàn lọ sun bomi. Ẹ̀dá pé ilé kóyin sì lè lọ sẹ́niwé láì lè máa sùn every day by day. A máa kàn mọ́ máa lọ nígbà mi like 3 days ìgbà mi máa lọ lé táìmù yẹn nínú àṣẹṣe 25 tán ni. Mo wà lẹ́jọ́ yẹn pẹ̀lú ọ̀rẹ́ mi mi ti ẹ̀sùn lé gánjọ́ yẹn owó ọ̀sán ni mo lọ lé pẹ̀lú ọ̀rẹ́ mi fẹ́ lọ máa ṣọ àti àbúrò ló jẹ́ sí wa ládùúgbò obìnrin yẹn ọ̀rẹ́ mi ló bá wa a dẹ̀ wá nú ilé papọ̀ next mo kàn gbáriwo ń ta ni ìgbà tí wọ́n lè bá mi wí tí orúkọ mi ò ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi ló ń dárúkọ bọ̀t nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí Yorùbá ti dárúkọ àtọ́ bá mi ò kí ẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ wá nílé tèmi dálò mo ṣáà next mo kàn kí n fẹ́ bọ̀ta wọn kọ́ ẹ̀mí ẹ̀rìn sí kọ̀kọ̀ tí wọlé máa ń kí ló dé tẹ́lẹ̀ wọlé kọ́ ká máa lọ next bá mo kàn rí tí ìyá yẹn ọkàn wà ń bàtà ọkàn fi ń pa mi ní ẹ̀kẹ́ ni wọ́n ní màmá tí n bá gbá yín sí ẹ máa ní èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ mi lè láì gbàgbàlagbà ní mi lè fọkàn yín bọ̀tò níwọ̀ lẹ́yìn máa ń ṣe fún ìyàwó mi mo yẹ bọ́ta nínú ilé yẹn báyìí mo má bọ́ta pé kì í fi yáyẹ lẹ̀ mi ò fẹ́ wàhálà tèmi kí n máa lọ pé tí ìyàwó mi ń go to ilé tó fi kó máa lọ sí ìlú mi ní kí bọ́ta báyìí pé kí yẹn bọ́ta ká máa lọ báyìí bọ̀bọ́ yẹn bò mí ni àtàwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́ta ó ti ń fẹ́ tàwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ìyẹn first born ìyá yẹn ẹ̀gbọ́n Súnkànmí yẹn dáre Akínsẹ̀sán ó bò mí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni gbàgbàgbà ìyá yẹn náà mú òkúta níbi ẹsẹ̀ mi bíbáyìí ní bọ̀bọ́ yẹn náà àtàwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́ta yẹn wọ́n gbá mi kàn sí pé ẹ̀ nífà.
May I ask my own question?
Ask in broken English so that our audience can speak broken English.
I wan know wetin happen for police station upon report of this matter. With the police station, Ikotun police station, right? How the police do? Wetin dem do immediately, and how far they don go with this matter?
The time this case happen, I went to station. But I told my wife to wait to station to go and report that day. After the station, I went to human rights at Ikotun local government. The human rights took me and my wife to inside the station. As we get inside the station, the policeman told the human rights that they will handle the case very well. but it's human rights station for
of the police station.
The police woman is Inspector Miriam. And after that, they went to our house, go and took the mother. If they don't see the son, they will take the mother to court. If they see the son, they will release the mother. Okay. If the policeman will say I should come, we will go to the house. I'll go and carry Mara. If I carry Mara, go and come back. The policeman, I will see later, they've just released the mother. Why? They say the mother has stroke. I say stroke. Stroke that have that, and it's causing problem inside house. And you said you have stroke. If you release this woman, if you come out, you'll be locking clothes or take my clothes. And you said, do your work now. I don't know that the policeman and the lawyer, I don't know that they have lawyer. I don't know if they have a lawyer.
That's the mama?
The mother, I don't know if they don't call a lawyer since that time. I just say if I go and meet them, sometimes I do my work. Sometimes if I do my work, the policeman just call me. Hello, Ahmed, come now. I like the mother.
Okay, because of time, I want make we understand, because the thing with the here is that your daughter was violated again, or was
by the police officer.
By the police officer.
Which police officer?
What did that woman do for your pikin? And the police, what exactly did she do?
Yes.
What did she do for your pikin, for the police? Let me come to you.
Ṣẹ́yìn wà ní police station lọ́jọ́
Ṣẹ́yìn wà ní police station.
Ọjọ́ tẹ́ mọ́ wọn lọ tí police officer tún ti check ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kí ló ń ṣe gangan?
Mo wà ńbẹ̀. Ọjọ́ yẹn bá ṣe débẹ̀ nìyẹn. Àṣà àlọ́bà wa ní ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá ń pè wá èèyàn obìnrin. Bá ṣe mi mọ orúkọ. Wọ́n ní PPR. Bá ṣe débẹ̀ nìyẹn, bó ṣe ní bá ṣe jókòó nìyẹn. Wọ́n bá ń bèèrè ọmọ pé báwo ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀. Ọmọ ṣàṣàlàyé bó ṣe mú wọnú yàrá. Bó ṣe rán àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ṣẹ́, bó ṣe ní kò nìkan dúró. Ọmọ ṣàlàyé gbogbo àwọn náà lanu kalẹ̀ ní pé ọmọ yìí ló sọ orúkọ mọ́ ẹ̀. Wọ́n wá ń bèèrè lọ́wọ́ bọ̀bọ́ yẹn pé kí ló dé tó fi ń ṣe orúkọ mọ́ ẹ̀ fọmọ wá ní.
Ṣé bọ̀bọ̀ Súnkànmí yẹn?
Bọ̀bọ̀ Súnkànmí òun náà wà ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n wá ń bèèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé kí ló dé tó fi ṣe orúkọ mọ́ ẹ̀ fọmọ ẹ̀. Ó ní òun ò ṣe kankan fún òun ò ṣe gbà fún ó jà ń parọ́. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa sọ pé kí ló dé tó fi wá sá lọ. Ó ní torí pé mọ́mì òun ronú ni. Wọ́n wá ní ṣé ìgbà tó sá lọ ẹ̀ sì mọ́mì ẹ̀ ò ronú mọ́. Wọ́n wá ń bèèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Kò pẹ́ tán bẹ̀rù kọ́ mẹ́ bó ṣe bí ọlọ́pàá yẹn ṣe ní pé kán lọ mú hand glove wá fún òun yẹn. Bó ṣe mọ́ máa wọnú bedroom àbí inú tọ́lẹ̀tì ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Bó ṣe lọ ń ṣẹ̀kọ́ ọmọ inú tọ́lẹ̀tì ni wọ́n bá lọ ń kọ́wọ́ bọ ọmọ ń di ọlọ́pàá.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé ẹ wà ń bẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n tọwọ́ bọ ìdí ọmọ yín?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni mà.
Ẹ wà ń bẹ̀. Ọlọ́pàá yẹn ó tọwọ́ bọ wájú yín.
Mi ì tẹ̀lé wọn wọ bẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́.
Because ìwà tó máa wọ
ẹ̀ nínú bathroom pẹ̀lú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àdìbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọmọ ló tọwọ́ bọ̀.
Nísìnyí tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé NGO woman rights ó wà on ground nísìnyí. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé ẹ broke. Kí ni help àwọn NGO àti woman rights person tó ń help yín sìn? Ṣé wọ́n help yín one way or the other in terms of owó, àbí kí wọ́n try láti help yín láti gbé ẹjọ́ yìí lọ sí ibi tó yẹ kí etí yẹ kó gbọ́? Kí ni help wọn nísìn àṣà nísìn tẹ́ wà bí?
Wọ́n help mi láti bá mi gbé ẹjọ́ yẹn síbi tó yẹ kó lọ.
Jọ́jẹ̀ wọ́n support yín bí owó àbí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé wọ́n fún yín ní owó àbí kí ni help tó ń ṣe fún yín gan-an?
Wọ́n support mi, àjọ ń jáde láti lọ síbi tí ẹ ká lọ Ìkẹjà everywhere a lọ sí.
We're going to bring in a human, somebody who is a child rights protector to come and explain better what their options are.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So join us on the show now is a child rights protector, Matilda Otitoju and Ebenezer Omejeli. Welcome to the show, sir. Madam.
Good morning.
Good morning. Again, you can call us on 070-806-68014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. YK will take some tweets a bit later. Matilda and Mr. Ebenezer, you've heard obviously the story. Yes. And you're aware of the story. You're working on the story. But first of all, I'd like to ask you, what's the update right now as regards this family? How did the matter come to you, and what have you done so far to help them? Or if you have at all.
Yeah. Actually, we knew about this matter right from the scratch, right from last year. Our officer handling the case at Ikotun, because we are both state actors and non-state actors. It's a UNICEF initiative, Child Protection Network, where we leverage on each other's strengths to ensure that we get the necessary things done. When our officer are in charge, of course, we are across the state, across the state, across Lagos State as well. So in the different local governments, when she called our attention, we were looking at is something they could have handled, because in Lagos State, we have what we call the Family Support Unit, established by the Ministry of Justice through the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Response Team. And this segmented police station are specialized to handle such cases, gender cases, defilement. But she kept calling, and we're like, they know what to do. They know what to do. They know what to do. But what really caught our attention was when it came to the issue of the unleashed terror on the survivor's father. And the humiliation, intimidation that, you are at fault, you are still trying to pervert justice and all that. Until we now heard that the case will be going to court. All of a sudden, in fact, that very particular day, we were all saying, okay, if to go to court, all of a sudden, we learned but thank God, for the resilience of the survivor's father, the parent who said he is ready to go get justice to any length. And this encouraged us to move. And all of a sudden, we said, we learned the case has been transferred to Zone 2. Why would an FSU, a specialized unit of the police, transfer? They said there's a lawyer, Oyebushi, who wrote a petition to Zone 2 that the survivor's father threatened the perpetrator. There's a threat to life issue there. And not even that when they got there, they were able to detain the man.
The survivor's
father.
Yes.
And it that led to a lot of things that, why would they detain him? So I just said, what I said was, I told our officer, ensure you see the PPRO. That's CSP Dolapo Badmos. Because I've worked with her when she was the PPRO for Lagos Command. And I know what she would do. Right. I even private chatted her. I sent her the WhatsApp messages. I text her, man, please, this is for your office.
Okay. The good thing is that we have her in the studio, so she'll come and talk for herself. But I wanted Matilda to help us shed light on when you deal with cases of poor people who most of the time give up quickly. As a child rights protector, what role do you play to ensure that girl gets justice?
Okay. Some of the roles we play is we try to encourage the parents to enlighten them more on why we have to follow up on the case. Most times, most of these parents have been discouraged with the kind of issues they're going through from the police officers. And the moment the case gets to us, we make sure we get justice for them. We follow the case thoroughly, and that's what we did in this case of Anna. When we heard about Hannah's case had been transferred to Zone 2, which has no business with the case. Usually the case is supposed to be handled by the FS unit, or we'll take it to gender. And from there, we take the case to court, because the police are not supposed to prosecute. They're supposed to transfer the case to court. And when we heard that the case has been taken to Zone 2, we contacted the DSVRT, because they are also involved. They're also stakeholders. Yes. But normally, the case is supposed to go to court from the police station, from the gender unit or the FS unit. We transfer the case to court within the space period of time. But this particular case took another dimension. And the best we could do is to ask for help from other stakeholders to get involved, such as the DSVRT, the DPP, and every other stakeholders to get justice for.
All right, thank you very much. I think from the video that we watched, it was as if when the stepfather was videoed, it seems as if at the beginning there was a struggle for them to get the attention of the police involved.
Yes.
That's about. Why is that? Since you guys said you came on board since the beginning of this case, that's number one. Two, have you people been able to get them a lawyer at the moment to help them in this situation?
We don't get lawyers. We don't get lawyers.
You see, the states already state prosecutors. You know how it works now in Lagos State. Lagos State has a fantastic referral pathway. And now, ideally, once the perpetrator is arrested, you get the IPO, that is the investigative police officer, is expected to obtain a remand warrant and get a copy, duplicate the case file, and send it to the DPP, because of we will have an elongated case in court due to the fact that some of the prosecutors are trying to pervert justice. So you send it to the Ministry of Justice immediately. This is not the first time we're having cases. It doesn't have to come to this.
Yeah, because...
But we're surprised at what
has taken this long?
What has taken the dimension,
yes.
and again, please, we also learned the FSU were not the one handling the case.
Oh, yeah, that it didn't go through the right channel.
Did not delegate the case to the people that were trained by both the government and the international partners, such as UNICEF.
Yes. I was going to say, it's not, they don't need lawyers.
No. They don't need lawyers. The state provides. Yes, it's a crime. It's a crime against the state. Yes, the state. That's the commissioner of police.
And even maybe his mother who is trying to pervert justice.
Exactly.
The question I was going to ask, can you identify, or have you been able to identify that policewoman who used her hand to examine the baby?
Yes, we were told it's the PPRO that did the examination for the minor. And we tried contacting her for a while, which she didn't respond. By the time she responded, it wasn't something that is so palatable for us.
Okay. Don't worry. We have Madam in the studio. She'll come and talk to our people here.
She's there, sure.
Yeah, yes.
So I wanted to know how, what you did to at the time when it was reported, immediately, what did you do? Did somebody resist that officer at the station when she decided to examine the child? And if they didn't, what did you do immediately following that?
Actually, I wasn't there. We weren't there.
We were not there.
So but the officer that went there, what we're giving, it's like you are expecting something like, okay, we've seen the perpetrator, and mind you, the perpetrator has been on the run.
Yes.
It was caught sometime last week that you're expecting that the people in charge there would do the right thing that, okay, I've seen.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll bring in Dolakwa Badmus. She's the most wanted police madam right now, because we need to ask her loads and loads of questions. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, to shed more light on how the police is supposed to be handling cases like this is the Police PRO for Zone 2 Command covering Lagos and Ogun, CSP Dolakwa Badmus. Welcome to the show, madam.
Good morning. It's good to be here.
So you know that we are ready for you today. This situation, let us start with how the little girl was examined. When a child like that is taken to a police station, what is his procedure? We were told that there's a rape kit you ask for or something like that. Was that used in this case? And what's the entire procedure so that we know in that kind of situation?
Okay, let me first start by saying that statement is untrue.
Okay.
And I thank God that they said they were not there. That's an hearsay, and which is not acceptable and admissible in court.
Okay.
But let's come by this. There is a department in police we call Family Support Unit.
Okay.
Because most times the police, you will get to hear information like when we bring cases, they don't attend to it the way it's supposed to be. They will tell you it's a family case. They will tell you, why did you wear a cloth that is not covered? And we now discovered that we have to do something. And in conjunction with Lagos State Government, that's Lagos Command, Lagos Police Command, while I was PRO there. And then we started what we call Family Support Unit.
Okay.
It's very unique to Lagos State. You can't find it in any other state. And I think the then CP nominated me to be the focal point for the command. And we were able to have like 11 family support units. Their specialty is in dealing with such cases. And then that's why Mr. Ebenezer came across me. We've been working fine. We've gotten enough cases prosecuted. At least this year, I think, last year to this year, we had about 4 convictions.
Okay.
So in this particular case, Mr. Ebenezer called me. And then when they came, I saw the little child, because in Zone 2, we don't have family support unit.
Okay.
So they said there is a case. I called the IPO, and the IPO was like, a case of threat was reported, that a man said he would be killed. So they transferred the case file. So I listened to both parties, what happened, and I said, let justice be done. They went back. They left my office. And then in another 30, 40 minutes, I started hearing calls from DSVRT. They are our main body. They are our main partners.
Right.
We work with them. I've been with them for 5 years. Yeah. They've even written a letter to the AIG that because I am there, they should start a family support unit in Zone 2. The Lagos State Commissioner for Justice signed that. It's on pipeline. So the next thing, I had something like a child was, molested, fingers, So I treated it with kid glove because it's nothing that happened. And being an expert on that field, I shouldn't be caught in that web. So I didn't take it very seriously. But I called the IPO in charge. IPO said nothing like that happened. And then I asked about the suspect because I wasn't the one really investigating the case. They said that they released the suspect and because there is a medical examination in the case file. They need to call on the doctor to come and interpret.
So because of time, I have to pause you for a second because I need to, what we found out, what we are hearing is that the police examined her. My question to you directly is the police supposed to examine her in the police station, yes or no?
The police cannot examine a child because police is not an expert in that field. If you charge the case to court, the police cannot give expert opinion concerning that. They can only give account of what they saw and what was reported. Exactly. So what will make a police officer now go and do that?
So you're saying that it never happened?
It did not happen.
There's a report.
It is... Sorry, if you say it didn't happen, why is the child saying that it happened?
Well,
apparently, according to the parents, she was taken to the bathroom by this police officer.
And she was there.
Do you know one thing? There is something like... Because when you come to family support unit, it's a process. Most times, you don't ask questions from the survivor when the perpetrator is there.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So you take the survivor
to a separate place,
to interview. And that was all happened. Because, trauma doesn't allow survivors, when they are looking at the perpetrator, traumas won't allow them to speak what you need to hear.
But even if they couldn't have seen what happened in the bedroom, some things can be implied. What was the use of the gloves?
Yeah. There is no use of the glove. There is none like that. Let us just believe it is not. I think the apprehension came from when the suspect was released. And as I'm talking to you now, when the, the issue came up like the suspect had been released, like they want to pervert, the course of justice. The AIG has ordered because we had family support unit in Zone 2. Immediately that case will have been taken off to family support unit. So what the AIG has ordered now, the officer in charge, is that you should take that case back to gender desk. Gender desk is in Lagos State Command, where they are trained and they will attend.
Thank you very much, man, for putting more light on this situation. All right, my first question to you is that when they release the suspect and they're saying that they cannot find the suspect at the moment, I believe that if police wants to get to the root of this issue, the guy has a phone. They should be able to use that phone.
Don't get it wrong. The suspect was missing from a Cotton division.
Yes.
You understand? They were looking for him at the first division that handled it. So instead of him, he now wrote a petition to Zone 2 that his life is under threat. That they want to kill him. Because the father of the girl has said wherever he says, he will be killed. You understand? And he wrote petition that his life is under, threat. That the police should. That's what triggered the case coming back.
Let me take this call from Yakub. Yakub, are you there? Wow. Hello, Yakub.
Let me begin by saying that God Almighty will bless you and the other followers in the studio because you bring all these things to our notice. Mariah, my question to your guest, with due respect, is that you said you need to take the survivor out of the place so that if they look highball to the person that did wrong thing to them, they might not be able to say anything. Yes, I agree. But my question is this. Must it be inside toilet that the police, in the kind of the case you took the lady, the little girl to, inside the toilet, to do what? What is the station warrant to bring gloves? And then I'm of opinion, the little lady, the little girl, if the little girl can be able to explain to her mother to the extent that her mother know that something wrong happened to her, and then the little lady can never be lie to that very particular officer in charge that he took me to toilet because you have various officers in that place. You must not be inside the toilet.
Thank you, Jacob. All right.
So that's
well,
exactly my question.
it depends on what you're talking about. That was an inner room.
Okay.
It wasn't a toilet. You know, all of this I can't really understand where it's coming from. Right. Because even Mr. Ebenezer said we've been working together for 5 years, you know, and we've been attending to their cases. We've ensured prosecution. I don't know where this is coming from. And then why did you think a police officer would go and insert hand? Okay, for what purpose?
CSP, let me just hang in.
No, but why should we ask for what purpose?
CSP, let me put it this way. We know you, we trust you, we know you're working for the people. So on this matter, we'd like you to just tell us you would investigate and tell us exactly what happened. Because we want to trust that you're going to investigate this.
Can I say something?
Let YK talk.
Because where there is suspicion is because, first of all, the police have been working in compliance with the suspect and his family. They have allowed the survivor.
They say they're protecting the perpetrator.
No, that's where the problem is coming in. There is no way, excuse me, Yemi, there is no way that the police in this matter will protect. Let me say, in the last 5 years, it has never happened in Lagos State Command, and I can stand by it. And the people we work hand in hand with, this domestic and sexual violence response team of the governor's office can testify to this. And I have told you, wherever cases are reported, and they didn't report in the division where we have family support unit, immediately it's brought to our notice, we order for the cases. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not like, and then we keep imagining, what do you think that the police officer want to get?
The Kotun police station, number 1, is within Lagos, and I believe they have a family support unit. That's one. Number 2, the moment this thing was happened, they brought a report from the Mirabel Center, and I know you have a partnership with them.
Of course.
So I don't understand the necessity.
Don't forget the fact that I'm not the officer investigating. I was just called in to intervene because I am the focal point. Yes. And what I am saying is that the officer that is investigating now has never come about what we call Mirabel Center, because he is not a family support unit, expert. Yes. So
and
secondly, he has not seen Mirabel. DPO, no, you are mixing it up. The DPO is at a Kotun division. Right. Who ordered Mirabel to do an investigation, a medical investigation into the girl? While that was ongoing at his division, the perpetrator, the suspected perpetrator, wrote to Rontu that his life is under threat.
Yes,
and
that's what happened.
Family want to kill him.
That's what happened.
And he never said he raped or he just said he's under threat.
So that's why he was released.
And when he came, they now discovered that there is a little child complaining about him.
Same guy.
And he's now saying the father, he's threatening him.
Exactly.
So it's two different divisions.
Let me take this call. That's putting it in perspective. Thank you very much. Let me take this call. Thank you for calling, Timothy. Are you still there?
Oh, God.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that we are experiencing this type of thing in Nigeria. That is number 1. Number 2, if you are going to investigate or check something out, now, why don't you do such in the presence of the mother? That is number 1.
Family, there should be a guardian.
If it has anything to do with Yahoo issue, police have a way of doing it. If it has to do with election, they have a way of doing it.
Exactly.
Human rights is number 1 issue in this country. This is a kid that knows what she's doing. You see, little children of nowadays, they can explain everything to you. Now,
thank you very much.
Defending a police officer.
Thank you for you made a point. Just can you have a question?
Yeah, I understand that. Thank you for throwing more light on a lot of things. I think we too weren't clear on some certain things. But I think that right now, they can't find the son in question.
No, he's available.
It's available now.
As I'm talking to you right now, the file and the perpetrator are on the way to gender desk because the people handling it in zone 2 are not experts.
Exactly.
And the AIG will not sit back and allow them to...
That's what you've been saying.
Yes. In fact, the election duty delayed it. The election duty, slow us down a bit. Yeah. If not, by this time, maybe the man must have been in court. Right. But as I'm telling you now, he's already at zone 2. The case file that I facilitated the AIG, And I'm telling you that in no distance time, we are starting a family support unit.
In that zone too. Exactly.
Because the governor has written to us that we should do that.
All right. Let me take this call from Mariam. Mariam, are you there?
Good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Congratulations on your baby.
Oh, thank you.
I'm very happy to speak with you, Madam Dolapo. I'm very, very happy with you. I've been following your social media and I've been seeing the work you've been doing.
Thank you.
You see, kids these days are very, very wise. That girl cannot just sleep and wake up and know what hand glove is. If you want to test issues like that, you have to use gloves. That baby will not just, she don't know what gloves are, and she don't know the use. And I am sorry to tell you that you are a good person, but I have handled I had a shop around the Igbeda area, around the Ikotu area. It was boggled. I know what I suffered in the hands of Ikotu police people. In fact, at the end of the day, I have to back up and forget about everything. You have to
Thank you very much, Mariam.
CSP, I think that you try to be as upfront as possible.
Right.
And nobody can take it away from you that you are the PRO of police. So you have to, there is an image that you have to protect.
Yes.
Understand that. Yeah. So, but you are going to be faced with people who are asking you questions, people who have been faced with police.
Challenges.
And it's not everybody. Look, anywhere you go, there are bad eggs.
YK, but do you know one thing that we do is that my own PRO doesn't cover. We only amend and make corrections. And we own up for anything that we have done wrong. Because even Jesus that had 12 disciples cannot, take charge of all of them. One has to betray. Not to talk of a department that have, at least in Lagos and Ogun, we are going to about 50,000 police officers. But what we do is that when we see the bad eggs, we expose them and they take correction and others take clue from it. In this particular situation, we have been protecting child rights. We have been protecting survivors. We have been protecting victims. This is not going to be a different one. All I want to say is that the people involved should calm down and see that this gets to the end.
Okay,
no, but every one of us have kids, and you're not going to protect what is not protected.
There was something that came to mind, and I want you to explain to us, like a 2-year-old. So something happened to a little girl, and the mother takes it to the police. The perpetrator, suspected perpetrator, escapes. Now, they had to wait until he was found.
Exactly.
Before
the police
were looking for him.
We're looking for him also.
They
have to even arrest the mother.
Exactly.
This boy is above 18 years. You don't even have right to arrest the mother. But because of
so that's the process.
They just said the mom was the one that there is information that the mom facilitated his escape and told him to go and Because
she disrupted the evidences of
based on that, they have to bring the mother in.
The reason why I'm asking
so it's not that police folded their hand and nothing was being done.
I want people at home to understand what the process is, so that I don't see, because I know you're trying really hard to build the image of the police.
Yeah.
So if they see that the man has escaped, you are telling us now because he escaped, and although he was an adult, the police came in and took in the mother. Is that what you're saying?
Because the mother according to, I don't want to
reports,
according to report, that the mother aided his escape.
Okay.
You understand? So based on that, police have to invite the mother and question the mother. And I think she was even detained at a Cotton division. And she was saying, okay, I will join hands with the police and find the son. And before they do that, I think maybe they want to be smart enough, or they are also sure that their life is under threat. They wrote a petition to Zone 2.
We're going to break because it's 9:10:15. When we come back, we'll take some tweets. In a nutshell, what I've heard you say so far is that initially the case was in Zone 2.
In the Cotton,
because they were not properly equipped for that type, and that's probably why it took that long.
Has a family support unit.
Yes.
They were the one handling the case.
Right.
The boy who is a suspected perpetrator now ran to Zone 2 to say his life is under threat. Okay. So they called for the case file from a Cotton.
Right. Exactly. Right. No problem. Let's go on a break. Yeah. When we come back, we'll take some more calls and tweets. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
I will try not to.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to open our phone lines, take some more calls. YK, do you have any tweets for us, please?
Yes. I don't want to...
Just read the one that comes to mind.
I know there are too many negative ones. So
he says after examining or questioning her, like you said, did you say there was nothing wrong with her? That's a question for after the PRO examined her. Then the Adetola Oshin says the PRO is not saying the truth. Police didn't examine the child. The policewoman took the child to the toilet, questioned with glove and not in presence of her parents. Nigerian police. God will not let such.
Okay, so obviously this issue, this examination issue isn't going away, obviously. So Ali, I would like you to really help us clarify.
What
so
I
people
want
are
to say
clear
is
on
that
exactly what transpired.
The first thing is that as a trained domestic and sexual violence expert,
yes,
I know my opinion cannot be medical.
Okay.
It can only be legal.
Okay.
So why would I want to undertake in such? It's like a fruitless effort.
Okay.
So it's to indicate that I will not do that.
So you're insisting it didn't happen. Yes, insisting it didn't happen.
To do that. Then secondly is that, like the second tweet is asking that, what do I want to do? Did I dismiss the report?
The report, yeah.
Well, first let me say, I wouldn't even write a report because I am not the one doing the case.
Right.
It's not my case. Right. The Child Protection Network called me because we have, networking and relationship and working relationship. That's why they wanted me to overlook and oversee to make sure that, nothing untoward happened towards the case.
Okay,
and that's what I did. I can't give a report.
Okay, all right.
And Mirabel have been with us for years.
Yeah.
And we've been working hand in hand. So I won't be the one that will say their report is not reliable.
Let me take this call and hold it for a while. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, Morayo.
Morning.
Morning.
DSP Dolapo.
CSP.
Please, please, in Jesus' name. There is a trace that police wants to scuttle this case. Now, there's no point starting from a cartoon arresting the man or wanting to detain him as soon too. Please, I appeal to you. Ensure that this case is handled in the best way. You have children, and I pray that your children may not enter into such a thing.
Thank you, sir. We have been doing that over the years, and I promise we are going to do that.
Yeah,
this will not be different, sir.
A lot of the tweets I didn't read because they are negative. They're negative to your person, they're negative to the force. So I need you to now convince the viewing audience that you are not covering up anything.
And you're going to
that
be on
you are
this case.
be on this case.
Exactly.
No, because I refuse to take the tweets because there are too many.
YK, like I said, we've been working hand in hand with domestic and sexual violence response team. It's been 5 years. The Office of the Governor has also written to Zone 2, identifying me as a focal point when it comes to sexual and domestic violence cases. Like I said earlier on, this is not going to be a different one. As I'm talking to you now, I said the AIG has said the officer investigating the case must take it back to gender desk, where they have experts and hands that can undo this. The man handling it now, he's not trained in that field. He is saying he's handling threats to life. But we can say from all indication, it looks like it's not a case of threat to life. It's a case of domestic violence. Let him go and defend himself or exonerate himself or so.
Because this man has
the
been
gender.
They beat the father.
Yes, that's an assault case. It's different from domestic and sexual violence. A division can handle that. But when it comes to this domestic and sexual violence case, the gender desk will do justice to it.
Evelyn, are you still there? Thanks for calling.
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, please. Morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you.
I just want to contribute a little closer to what the PRO is just discussing. And I want to believe that it is not possible for such a lady to do such a thing, to insert her finger into that little child's private part. That is just my contribution.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. Yes, Kike, ask a question.
Yeah, I think I think sentencing this punishment, this kind of offense, is necessary for us to revisit it since it's been coming in rampant. I don't know what kind of thing that you people can put in place, at least to curb this thing coming in back to back. Because
what I need to let you know is that at our own end, because a lot of people believe that what police do is to sit back, wait for cases to come, and then, do investigation and probably prosecute. But at our own end, as domestic and sexual violence response team, we've been going out, with all these teams, working against this. I've been to schools so many times to, you know, talk to the younger ones.
Yeah. Yes.
I've been to, you know, places to let the younger ones know. Because what we need to do is to work on the psyche of the younger ones.
Yeah.
We've trained them on how to talk, on how to, you know, not to be around perpetrators.
Right.
You understand? So we have been doing all
Let me
of
let
this.
Nima throw in the last question.
That's this last question, because I believe...
I have one last question as well, please.
I believe this young girl has gone through a very big trauma. I want to know what you're doing psychologically to help the family and the girl heal.
All we can do at our end to make them feel good is to ensure proper prosecution.
Okay.
You know, we can't rent house for them. We can't raise funds for them.
Right.
We are not profit-making organization.
What City's Bible Department doing?
We have a domestic and sexual violence response
What are they doing?
attached to the government, to the Lagos State Governor's office. I think they are also on top of the matter. Most times they keep survivor in homes if it is necessary. But, and all of that they will do. But we will ensure proper prosecution.
Nigeria police brought lie detector tests.
Lie detector.
Have you got a lie detector? Do you do lie detector tests? Because
Nigeria.
you could also, because a lot of the comments, people are not believing that officer. So you need...
No, you know, like, I'm glad somebody has called and said, I can't believe that this officer will do all of this. You know, it's suiting and it's an indication that you have to continue to do what you're doing positively, okay? For the issue of lie detector, well, I wouldn't be able to talk about that right now. But if what you're talking about is lie detector on the side of the perpetrator, there are, you know, circumstances. We have circumstantial evidences. We have
against there's an accusation against the officer.
Well, I think we should concentrate more on the survivor.
Unfortunately, we have to round up.
And making sure that she gets justice.
Thank you very much. Thank you for always being here for us, always coming around. Thank you for clarifying issues. I hope we're able to do some justice to understanding what happened. We'll continue to follow up with the story and believe that our little girl will get justice.
By God's grace.
All right, that's all we can take on the show. Please don't forget, tomorrow is our live audience show. Please come early so you can get a seat. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.